or people that
And
are on
YouTube.
Facebook.
Here we go.
Hey guys,
We are live.
what's up?
We're live, like right now.
Like
Yeah,
right
like
Hey,
we're live.
Nice.
What's up,
everyone.
guys?
Wait, which camera are we looking at?
The
middle one.
middle one, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yo.
So, if you missed Cafe Youth this last Saturday night, you missed out.
You're boring.
We had fun.
Just kidding. You're not boring. I love
You're
you.
not supposed to be mean to them.
My bad. I love you.
Peace and love.
But yeah, peace and love. But we have another one coming up November 27.
Come to that one.
Yes.
Mark it in your calendars.
Should we tell them about the activity we're planning to do after?
Yes.
We should.
Wait.
Okay.
Should.
Yes? Okay. So, we saw these YouTube videos about try not to laugh, where someone sits on a stool and like puts water in their mouth and then tries not to laugh. And someone else tries to make them laugh. So it's fun. And we were like,
We should do that.
we should do that at Cafe Youth.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it at this next one, November 27.
Get your funniest jokes.
Yeah,
Get 'em
funniest
ready.
jokes.
Acts.
I mean, I have to start writing them down. I have so many, but I have a lot of jokes.
Because they're so funny.
They are.
You guys should be so worried.
You should. You should.
Want to tell us your egg joke?
No. Not exactly.
Okay, good.
Might crack you up.
That's
I don't want to scramble anything up. We're trying to stay focused. You know what I mean?
Oh, a double whammy.
Oh, that was good.
Ooh, we're taking it back. That's messed
Should we
up.
introduce ourselves? Because
Maybe we should, because there's like new faces.
There is some new faces.
Yeah, there are new faces.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
there
on.
is.
The people who like started this thing are talking right now. Silence. No.
Whoa.
Wait, Michael's?
Hostile.
Damn. Passive aggressive.
Sorry. So, hi. I'm Larry Siri.
That's weird. It's Mr. Siri. Nope.
Yeah, you can call me Mr. Siri. If you met me at school first, they call me Mr. Siri. If you met me at camp first, then they call me Mr. Larry.
Yeah, I was the camp dude that knew him as
Yeah.
Larry.
Some people just call me Larry. Like, if you grew up with me, they just call me Larry.
Like
So
Larry the
I
cucumber.
am now moving towards the
Larry.
Larry phase, and it's really weird.
Yep, getting old.
Living like
Larry.
Larry.
We're just going
Yeah,
to call
so-
him Larry.
So, yeah, I'm the youth director here at Adventist Fellowship, which is fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that job.
We enjoy.
Also a teacher at our school, Tallest Adventist Academy.
School.
school.
I'm a math teacher, so I don't have to be able to speak. It's not a pre-requirement. And you guys know Faith, because she's been here before.
I have,
She's
couple
like
times.
one of the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name
we
is
have-
David.
Yeah, this is David.
I'm new.
He's
Nice
new.
to meet
My
y'all.
boyfriend.
Yes.
Shh, don't tell everybody
Oh my bad. He's not my boyfriend. We're friends.
that. Wait, so you guys aren't boy?
Yes. Wait. Hold up.
This is David. He's new.
just
He's
found
joining
him.
us. He knows Faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're friends.
Good way to. Yeah.
They're friends, and he's a boy,
Yeah.
Yep.
and she's
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Can't get any more obvious.
No. And then over here, you guys probably know Silas. Like, if you've come to Cafe Youth, you've seen this guy
He's pretty cool.
performing.
Hey y'all, Silas here.
Yes.
That was the most southern thing I've ever heard from you.
Hey,
Silas.
y'all.
At least he didn't say, "Hey guys."
Oh, yeah.
You know.
That's sexist. Come on now.
There's an inside joke, sorry. So Silas is like our star karaoke singer. So
For sure.
if you haven't heard him sing, come next Cafe Youth. It's
You should
definitely
You need to hear him sing.
I really rock the
Definitely worth
song
it.
"Baby" by Justin Bieber. Just saying.
Yeah. Go to
Yes.
karaoke song.
definitely.
I'd pay to go to his concert.
As
I
A
have
long
little
a
as
sound.
simpy. Can you not?
Follow my SoundCloud.
Yikes.
Get some clout.
so thanks for joining us.
I
if
regret
you
this
if
already.
you don't follow our Instagram, do that. Our Instagram is
Cafe.
c.af.eu. So it's like Cafe Youth, but the dots on either side of the AF because we're Adventist
Yeah,
Fellowship.
I created that. I should know that.
She should.
Whoops.
So yeah, so Cafe Youth. So follow us there to get all the latest.
Yeah.
Unless I don't post anything, and then
Or you could like follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
At Fabadudo.
at Fabadudo.
At Fabadudo.
Abidudo.
Wait, is that your art one or your you
No,
one?
my art one is Fab Artsy.
Fab Artsy.
I haven't
So you
seen a
could follow
post
that
in
one
that in
too.
a while.
I posted today actually. Go
Oh,
like it.
I'll have
Wait.
to like it later on.
Okay.
I'll go double tap.
Okay, thank you. On both my accounts because I posted on both.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay.
I'm on there so much.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty much every day. Anyways,
Sure.
if by every day I mean like once a week.
Once
Or
in a
once
blue
a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon for me.
How often is a blue moon? It's like an actual thing.
It's like two.
It's
2
like
months?
the second full moon in a month is called a blue moon.
So, yeah. But not every month has one.
Yeah, no.
It's like
That's why it's only
once every other month, I think. It is.
No.
Once every 2 months.
It's
Wait, every
it's
2
like
months?
maybe twice a year or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
I feel like we've had more blue moons this year than we have normally.
Well, that's because the moon's been sad.
Oh my bad.
But
But then it's
blue.
mad because
yeah.
we've had a lot of red moons too. It's bipolar.
Okay.
Anyways,
It is time.
Yes. So this evening, it is evening, yeah. This evening, we are talking about
Love.
Love.
What is love?
Baby, Don't Hurt Me.
oh,
No more.
Yes. So we're talking about love. And I guess really the question is, why are we talking about love? Like, why even talk about it?
because there's a lot of hate in this world right now, and everyone says that. You know, it's like the only thing that's being talked about. Oh, there's so much hate in the world, and so World War III, whatever. If we all have love and peace and kindness, this can all be resolved.
So that's the next 2 podcasts, Peace and Kindness. But this one
Sure.
we're just focusing on.
Sure.
Stay tuned. But yeah, so why are we talking about love?
Well, as Faith just mentioned, there's lots of hate in the world. Sadly, we live in a world of madness, but fortunately, there are people that believe in peace and love, so it's just best to spread it, express it to other people so that maybe others can be touched and see the light in expressing good friendship and kindness to one and all.
Are you gonna?
To reiterate what both of y'all just said,
Let's all just repeat this.
there is a lot of hate in this world. Just driving down the street, a lot of people are screaming at each other because, oh, they didn't step on the gas fast enough. I mean, I do that myself. But why? It's like if I just have patience, I'm going to get to where I'm going one way or another. Why not just calm down and be kind to the next person? Like, who knows? What if that person's foot is hurt? And I'm sitting here telling them to go faster. You never know.
Good to
All you road ragers out there.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Like, you bring up road rage. I think the same thing behind road rage and, like, cyberbullying is the same thing. Is because
definitely.
you're, like, one step removed from that person. I mean, like, there's stuff that I would say to the other driver when there's, like, they had another car, so I could say it. But, like, I wouldn't say to them next because I can, like, see their reaction. Like, there's just, like, that one level of security so that they're like, oh, you don't get to, like, actually see how they're feeling in that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a lot easier to, like, say stuff. You're kind of like, you'd say stuff you're just, like, under your breath. You know, you're like, oh, the person that's actually going to hear it, so I can say it under my breath. It's like one step removed. You don't actually get to see their reaction or how they feel. It's just, so it gets pretty serious, I think, because we're, like, not as kind. Like, if we were to say the same thing that we type face to face, we probably wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
I think World War V would already be here if that was the case.
If what was the case?
Cyberbullying was not cyberbullying like cyberbullying was real life.
Oh, right, yeah. Or maybe it wouldn't because we wouldn't be saying those hurtful things. You mean,
One of both ways, yeah.
yeah. Because I know, like, I'm quicker to respond to something.
There are ballsy people in this world, though.
Yeah, there are some that will still say it to your face.
Oh, yeah.
But I think just having that, you get to see their reaction to it and, like, you're actually saying it to their, like, you're looking in their eyes and saying it to them.
Yeah.
It takes it, like, a step back and you have to be like, I'm actually about to say this to this person. Kind of makes it more real. Whereas it's easier to type it where you're not actually, like, saying it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of just messed up stuff in the world.
So why is there messed up stuff? Like, why?
Greediness.
I don't feel like love is a new message. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
No way.
you're like, now in 2020, we're going to start talking about love. You know, this is not like a new thing. Why? How come we're still having an issue with it whenever it's been around, like, for a long time. Like I think of like the hippie era, right? Where they're like, oh,
Peace,
make
love,
love,
kindness.
yeah. Make love, not war. Why is it still an issue?
I feel like the hate level. Change the camera. Thank you. The hate level has definitely gone up since the 70s.
Okay.
Like, I feel like because we have more technologies, we have more people, we have just a lot more of everything, that hate has also built up as well.
Greediness.
Greediness. Is why
People
we-
just get greedy. The next new shiny thing is out. They want it. They don't care how they get it. They don't care who they hurt in the process, so long as they have it.
Like the new iPhone.
And as soon
Bro,
as
that does look pretty cool, though.
facts.
Yeah, it does, not gonna lie.
Yeah, the cameras are twisted, so you can tell it's not the 12. It's now the 13.
Yeah,
They had to change the camera position.
just by a little bit.
Okay.
So that
But
way
it's like square, and I didn't think the 12
No,
was square.
look, see mine. So there's supposed to be 3.
yes,
Wait,
the
It's
camera's
supposed to be
like 1,
camera.
2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other one, there's like I don't know. So you can tell
it's like a
different.
triangle. There's 2, and then there's one on the top.
Yeah.
They have to change it so you can tell that they have the new one just by looking at it.
Yeah.
You know, makes people want the new one.
We went off topic.
Rabbit trail.
We
Yeah.
digress. Greediness.
People
Greediness.
just
Selfishness. It all
they,
roots
they,
back to
they take what
selfishness.
they want for themselves, and they could care less about the next person unless it's benefiting them in some way or another.
But that's been an issue, right?
That's
Yeah.
always been an issue. It's just
So has
getting
it-
worse.
Has it actually increased, or has it just been, or is it now more easily seen because of media, because of social networking, because of the technology we have now? I mean, like if someone does a hate crime in Africa somewhere, we can find out about it the next day, right? And we're hearing about it. Whereas, 20 years ago, you wouldn't hear about it at all, or it'd take months or a year before you actually find out about it.
I'd say it's a bit of both, to be honest. Like, with technology comes popularity and, like, being seen. And so a lot of the people that are doing these hate crimes or whatever are like, hey, if I do this, I'll be on the news. I'll be on the radio. I'll be on the TV. I'll be on whatever. And so that aspect has to play in it now than in the 60s or 70s.
So they're doing
Popularity stunts.
bad stuff to become popular.
Yeah.
There are people who like attention, so they'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes back to what you're saying was about selfishness, right? You're getting attention, trying to become famous, for self-gain.
I think all the selfishness and stuff that's posted on Instagram, Facebook, or any kind of social media is like, wait, where was I going with this?
Attention seeking? Or what?
No, okay, I actually had a point behind this, but I don't know where I was going
It
with
just.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll come back to you
That's
if
okay.
it comes back to you.
Yeah.
So we're talking about selfishness. How does selfishness relate to love?
It's the opposite.
She says opposite. He says, he's silent.
I mean, I think it's the opposite too.
He has a rebuttal.
It's like polar opposites, because love you're typically expressing to another person, not really thinking about yourself, while selfishness you're thinking more about yourself than others.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we need to be transition into what is love, defining it, so that way we can better talk about it. Because if I just asked you make a list of things that you love, go, just start saying stuff that you love.
Chicken nuggets. Getting my nails done.
Milkshakes.
Shopping. I can't have
You can join in
milkshakes.
too.
Burgers, pizza,
Working.
Working, my wife,
shopping,
I love
my
her.
kids.
friends
In
and
a- in a
I
friendly
love
way.
Pastor
friends
Nick.
and family.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
Pastor Nick
Pastor
too.
Nick.
He's pretty awesome.
The Adventist Fellowship Church.
Right. So,
Too.
Really?
so we've talked about a lot of things, right, that we love. Are those all on the same level.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
So then, do we love all of those things? Or is love only like restricted to some things? Or is there different kinds of love? What is, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't say that I love chicken nuggets and I love my wife and mean the same, I hope.
There are some people out there.
Maybe. But in general, right? If we're saying like, oh, I love chicken nuggets and I love my mom. Or, you know, like, those
Yeah.
aren't the same type of love.
You could say I like chicken nuggets, and then I love so and so.
I do feel like the word love is over dramatized, or however you say
Overused.
that.
Overused.
Yeah, overused and
It's-
Well, not necessarily overused, but it's not used in the right way.
misused.
That
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, that's true for a lot of words. Like, the first thing I think of is awesome. Like, the word awesome, like, oh, that's awesome. But literally what awesome means is that it strikes you with awe. You know, like, it puts you in awe of whatever it is. And you're like, dude, that was an awesome trick. Oh, I mean, it was cool, but I'm not, like, awestruck and just, like,
Yeah.
set back. So yes, for sure, words can be misused, misrepresented. I don't know if I said that word right. Like, used poorly or used wrong. So then, what is, like, pure, like, actual, true love?
I feel like true love is almost. I don't know if you can have true love for an object.
Okay?
I don't know if that's possible.
So, like, this cup, I can't love this. Or chicken nuggets, I can't
I
love
mean-
those.
I mean, true love.
True love.
Well-
That's what we're talking about. When we're saying love now, we're talking about love in its purest, like, real, actually what love is. Not its
Yeah.
misused form.
I feel like true love is when you can say, like, I'd die for this person.
Okay.
Like, this person is very, very important to me, and I value their everything. I value them. And I feel like at that point, it's like love.
I do anything to help you
Yeah.
or ask
I
me
want to
anything.
see you succeed. And- Yeah.
Okay. I may just be one of those people. But personally, if I was to get like a junkyard car, fix it up, make it some crazy $10,000 car or something like that, I would have a love for that object that nobody else would.
Okay.
If that crashed, I would cry. I'd be sad. I'd be like, I put so much money and time into this. Like, that was a good
Okay.
car. So I guess it's kind of subjective on who says it and what it's for.
Okay. Like, as I get where you're going from, because I've rebuilt the car. So yeah, like, I get it. But is that the same as, like, love for, say like, your mom?
Well, still
I'm-
no, because you won't die for a car. You die
Right.
for your mom.
I mean, like, I would be really upset if someone wrecked my car, or if someone, like, you know, keyed it, or
Yeah.
you know, so, like, I'd get really mad, and I would cry. You know, if I wrecked it,
Yeah.
I would cry. Like, there would be like I have a very deep attachment to the car, right? But I can tell you now, like, I would give up my car in a second if it was to, like, save my kid's life, or my, you get what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Like, I get where you're coming from, but I don't know if it's still the same thing. Like, I get, like, I would say I love my car, but I don't know if that's in its purest sense.
I feel like we've generalized the word love to mean really like.
Yeah, I like it a lot, or I've invested a bunch of time and work
Yeah.
and stuff into that. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
It's just it's overused. It's used so much that everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, I love it. I love you. I love whatever." It's
Yeah.
just said so much when they don't actually feel it, or they don't actually, you know, have those feelings. They just, "Oh, I love you."
All right. So, just here on our table, we've kind of come up with a definition. Pretty much only love, like, something that I guess could love you back, or that's, like, alive, right? You can't be an inanimate object.
Right.
do we have are there any Bible verses that would shed some light? Like, what is this? What is the Bible saying? Or maybe we can also look up just some general definitions of, like, someone want to just Google like define love. Hey
A
Siri.
chemical that is released inside of your brain.
Okay. No, go ahead and say that. What's like the worldly definition of love or define love? So this is just love as a noun, an intense feeling of deep affection.
Deep affection.
Babies feel parents with feelings of love. A great interest and pleasure in something, right? His love for football. So if that's the definition, then I could love my car, right? Or we could. It's just like a great intense and pleasure in something, right? Football or something like that. As a verb, it says feel deep affection for someone. Like he loved his sister dearly. Like or enjoy very much. I just love dancing. So it could be a noun or a verb according to just like dictionary or whatever this is that I pulled up whenever I typed in define love in Google. So,
What does the Bible say?
okay, so like that's kind of like
Wow.
a general, that's like a general definition that kind of goes to like kind of like I feel like it's misuse
Yeah.
or it's misrepresentation. I used to have a student that'd be like, you can't say you love a burger and you love your mom. You know, like you can't. You're watering it down when you
Yeah.
say that. Okay, so we have 1 Corinthians 13. If you guys read the Bible much or have been around this, like if you look up the love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13. So Faith, are you going to read that?
I'm going to read the first part of it.
Okay.
If I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. So you could literally have everything in the world and not have love, and you're not going to have anything.
Yeah, and some of those are even like spiritual gifts. Like
Yeah.
if I could speak in tongues or in languages of earth and of angels, that's a spiritual gift right there, right? But I'd just be like a noisy clanging cymbal without love. If I had the gift of prophecy, again, a spiritual gift, right? Of knowledge, like that'd be like being super smart, that'd be like a talent or all these things. Give everything to the poor. This is like almost like a list of spiritual gifts of things that you're like, oh, if I'm a good Christian, then I would, have these things. And this is just saying, hey, you can have all that. You can give everything you have to the poor. It's still just junk if you don't have it, if you don't do it for a good reason, or if you don't have love. There in verse 4, it starts defining like what love is. Are we getting into that? Are we?
Yeah. That would be-
Gotcha.
We already split up the section.
Split it, sorry.
Let us
I
get
stepped
this
out.
done.
Came up with a game plan.
Okay, game plan. Keep going.
Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
Like that's getting down to like root definitions, or like what it would look like. Yes.
So basically, what those 3 verses just said, you can't love your car the way you love your mom.
Exactly. And it can't love you back the same way.
I think it's funny when people say there's levels to love. There's really not. You either love something or you don't. You love
Yeah.
it with all of you, or you don't love it at all.
Yeah, no in between.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if we're going with the true then I would agree with you. Like the true definition of what love really is,
Yeah.
then I'm on board with that. I feel like they're saying like, oh, there's levels of love, because they're kind of taking like that watered down definition of it of like, oh, I love my chicken wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so like in that sense, if you're going to take the watered down in with the actual pure, really what it is, then yeah, you could kind of say there's levels of it. But I think I'm with you. Like if there's actually, like if you're talking about true, actual, genuine love, it's all or nothing type of thing.
I believe that.
I think you can also grow.
Love can grow. Yeah. I mean, as my sister and her husband grow inside of their chiropractic business that they started, I'd say they're getting better and better with communication. They're getting closer and closer together. Less stuff is being hidden. They seem much more happy now that everything's like coming together. And I think that love could grow. I think that's kind of cool.
Definitely. Something to add with that. Sometimes you'll meet new people that you might consider a good friend, or maybe they'll be like family to you, or maybe there's going to be family that you were never close with before, but you have the opportunity to be close with now. The more you talk with them, bond with them, and like interact with them, then the love should grow at that point, because you'll get to know one another more and be able to trust and appreciate each other more.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that how you start dating? If you think about it?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the idea of dating, right? Is to
know one another.
get to know them. Like initially, it's kind of like, can I stand being around you? You know.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
I can't
and then
stand being around you.
because then you're like, that's why people break up, right? They're like, hey, I thought you were
Annoying.
cool. we're hanging out, and then after you start hanging out for a while, and you're starting to, like build that relationship, you start finding out that like, I can't stand this attribute in that person. Like, I know like the different people I've dated, it's like my list of things that I wanted in my wife grew. You're like, oh, I don't want this, or I do want this attribute, or different things like that. So, as you grow, you're learning, and you're saying, okay, and then. So yeah, you're dating and you're getting to know that person better, and you're saying, hey, okay, yeah, this is something that I want to continue on and continue to grow, and I can live with this person for forever, and that's whenever that like commitment of marriage comes in there.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Are we gonna keep reading this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's reading next?
I'm going to
David.
finish it up.
Okay.
Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now, we only see a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, that I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of these is love.
Sorry, Faith.
I know. Big sad.
Sucks.
I was going to be like, I disagree. It's faith.
Wow. Yeah, and right here it's talking about, in verse 11, it's talking about like, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, and I reasoned as a child, I thought as a child, and now I'm growing. It's that talking about that idea of growing that relationship.
Maturing.
Yeah, maturing. And
That's where your statement came into play.
yeah, where love is growing
Mm-hmm.
stronger and such.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Cool. Whenever I was doing marriage counseling before my wife and I got married, they talking about if you want your relationship to grow stronger in love, like you want that love to grow stronger, which in general you do. You don't want to get weaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is to draw closer to God. Here, make a little triangle with me. It's a visual aid like this. So this is like wife, husband, and so if you grow closer to God, like the one who's like ultimate true love, then you guys are also growing closer to each other. So like if you have the main focus of being on Sorry, I'm moving away and closer and further from Mike. So if you're both focused on God and you're focusing on moving closer to Him and growing closer to Him, and that pure sense of love, which maybe we should mention that it's like God is love, that idea. So if you're moving closer to God, then you're also growing closer to each other, and that's also true for like people in church families too.
So when it says like halfway through 11, when I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. And if that's an analogy for how love grows, then when our love grows for a certain person, does that mean we can't go back to the way we first loved them? That's a really hard question. Sorry, but like, that's where my mind went with it.
My question is, do you want to go back?
I mean, it all depends on the situation. Like, what if you guys have like a mishap, or what if you guys like lose trust or fight or whatever? Like a little bit of that.
So I guess let's go back up to verse 4. It says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable. It keeps no record of being wrong. That's what love is. Again, I think exactly what you said earlier, Faith. It's the opposite of selfishness. And so sometimes if you're thinking of love as like a lustful like emotion, then you're thinking of the wrong thing, right? Love is not something that you feel, although that can be associated with it as well. Love is not just something that you feel. So whenever I heard you ask that, well, can you ever go back to that? Well, yeah, you can get that feeling again, right? That new feeling again, but that's not love, right? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So, like, you want to keep building on your love. So you want to build on being more patient and more kind and being, less jealous and less boastful, right? Because it's not those things.
Well, wouldn't you wouldn't want to go back in the first place, because if you were following what love says, nothing would have happened. And
Yeah.
that for one, and for two, you want the knowledge of knowing how to like work on whatever did happen in the next relationship.
Mm-hmm. And the fact is we're humans, so
We're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah. So like, as much as I try to do this, sometimes I do become boastful, or I do act proud, or I do become jealous, right? Or I do demand things, and I do become irritable. So me and my imperfectness fall short of what true love is, and that causes strife or causes pain. Saz, I feel like you haven't been talking very much. That's not like you.
I don't know. I'm just agreeing and just listening.
Just smile and nod.
He's just, yeah. I don't know.
Not much more to say. You're all spot on with it.
Thank you.
Spot on.
Bro, I had to repeat what both of y'all said as the intro. Come on, you can talk.
You're right.
Just repeat something. Just throw like 3 of our sentences together and make it your own idea.
All right. The whole chapter we read, I think it was quite lovely, if you ask me.
That's so bad.
That's awesome.
Had to get one pun in.
That was very punny. Did you get it? Punny?
I don't think she loved it.
She's trying not to laugh. She knows it was super funny, so she's like, no, don't encourage Mr. Siri. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just have a little.
All right.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
It's the first time she's ever heard that joke.
First time I've ever heard that.
I know, right?
All right, so
Gotta
what?
have faith.
I was gonna say something, and you're just like, "You gotta have faith." I was like, "All right." So what's our takeaway?
Love. You're not, well, yeah, but love others.
Like we see the problem. Mm-hmm. We see what love should be. Like, how do I apply this? Like, what's our takeaway from here, Silas?
All right.
We're gonna let him go first because
My
he's been
bad.
talking.
We take turns here on this podcast. I know it's hard for you sometimes.
We also
but
don't hit people.
All right.
I lightly tapped. I went like that. That's lightly tapped.
Right. Peace and love means no, you know.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
my
come
bad.
on,
My
bro.
bad. I'm practicing
All right,
right
it's
now.
his turn. Shh.
Go silence.
Right. So the takeaway for this, I'd say, is like loving a person and an object, of course, is two different things. So, because people, especially those close to you, will love you back as you would. So,
This is gonna fall.
yeah, just that pretty much.
Okay.
Go ahead. You were gonna say something earlier before Silas interrupted you.
Yeah, before he rudely interrupted me and
That's
stole
not
my
love.
turn. That's not love, bro.
I need more love.
But
in
it's
my
okay.
life.
I'm about to show you love. You ready?
I'm ready.
I
He said-
forgive you,
Aw,
and I will walk you to your car.
thank
Wow.
you.
Anyways,
Okay.
that actually goes with what I want to say. I think love could be shown more by in your daily life. Whenever something inconvenient happens, be forgiving to whatever the situation is, and then whoever's in the wrong, if it's not you, try to show like compassion or love to them by helping them with whatever it is, or figuring out who can help with the situation. You know, like stick your toe in the water, go
Yeah.
swim, help them out.
Don't solve it right away with the aggression or.
Yeah, don't try to shut it down. Go explore, like
Yeah.
help people out. You know.
Yeah, something to add with that. It's you never know what the person's going through, so it's good to kind of be more considerate and think in their in their shoes. What if the roles were reversed? I wouldn't want this person to be mad at me and just go off on me for a mistake I made by accident. So
Do you want me to go? You want you to go? What's
Rock,
up?
paper, scissors, 2 out of 3.
No.
flip a coin.
Something that I was just looking through here. There's no conditional statements in here.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
you've taken my math class, then you know what those are. But conditional statements are like if this, then that, right? Like if you eat your vegetables, then you can have dessert, right? It doesn't say if someone does this, then you love them, right? It just says love is, love is, love is. Love is not that. Love is not that. And I think sometimes when we're talking about this worldly situation, we're expecting to receive love and then we'll give it back. And so, or we're expecting if I give you love, then I'm going to get it back.
Yeah.
And so then when that doesn't happen, then our expectations are low and then we kind of throw it out. Like, oh, you're going to cut me off? Well, then I'm going to cut you off. All right, so we kind of do you do this, I'll do that back.
Yeah.
But love in its purest sense is selfless, which means if I'm truly loving, I'm not thinking of what I want or what's best for me. I'm thinking of the other person that I'm trying to show love to. And there's no condition to it. It's not only people that are nice to me. It's not only people that let me in, right? It's unconditional, no matter how they're treating me. Right? If they use the word guys or if they just say y'all, either way, I'm still going to show them love.
We're back on this. Okay.
Full circle.
It's an Oklahoma thing.
Sure.
Or a Southern thing in
It-
general.
Sure. Sure.
Y'all is.
Yo,
Yeah.
y'all's
Southern
a
thing.
Texas
Y'all.
thing.
Howdy.
Y'all's a Texas thing.
It's a southern.
It's high
thing.
noon.
It's Southern.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Southern
We
thing.
say it here
Well,
too.
Texas is at the bottom of the United States, so guess what? We're the most southern. We go y'all. We got to cock your mouth to the side and everything. Y'all. What's
Yeah,
up with
I
it?
guess it is. I guess it's y'all's thing.
Faith was gonna say something.
I wasn't gonna say
So
anything
anyways,
before I was rudely interrupted.
which is
Before we
love.
digress more.
Was it what?
I said which isn't love.
Yeah, we weren't lovely right there.
You're right. We were David and Silas.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like in Christian society, if you don't fit the profile that's supposed to be fit, then you're the first one to get talked about. You're the first one to get looked at. But I feel like if we all like be Christian like and focus on what Jesus' whole message was to love one another, that would go out the door completely. His whole message was love one another, be nice and kind to one another, help each other out. So I feel like if we took that step,
And that's unconditionally.
yes,
No matter what's going on.
yeah, even if it's hard, even if it's difficult or you're gonna be seen as weird or whatever, take that step and just try to love one another.
Who cares what others think? Just be loving and kind.
Yeah.
So if Billy the school bully takes your lunch, go buy him another one. Maybe he's hungry.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd completely say, like, don't care about what other people think. I mean, like, it shouldn't, like, dictate and control your life, but like, if we're being loving, that I am considering how you're feeling, too.
Yeah.
And,
It all depends on in what manner you're trying to say and what you're saying.
yeah.
Right.
And I think sometimes we can try to show love, but it comes across not as that. Or we show it in a poor way, and sometimes it can be strongly misinterpreted.
Yeah.
You know, like good intentions, but fell flat. And so I think that kind of takes both sides of being like, man, you really hurt me, to be able to like then go and be like, hey, you really hurt me, you know, by doing this. And then like having that. So it's kind of like two-sided to really have good success in that. I'm just thinking of, you know, like you're saying like, oh, if you stand out or be different inside a church, sometimes we can be talked about first. But sometimes people will come up to you and be like, man, you know, why are you doing this? And you shouldn't be doing this. Comes across as mean and hurtful when their intentions are genuine in trying to like save your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've had people be like, oh, you shouldn't eat cheese, right? And so they're like trying to tell me.
Veganism is the way.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing with it. It is more healthy, right?
It
Like
is.
I'm,
She ate a burger today, just so everyone knows.
No, I didn't.
like so I'm not trying to like I understand like that's healthier and good for you, but sometimes whenever they like come at me with it, like in they're being genuine and they're trying to help me, right? Live a healthier life, but it doesn't necessarily come across as love to me. So it feels like they're judging me and they're saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do blah blah blah." So it can come across as hurtful.
I feel like it all depends
Yeah.
on the relationship you have with that other person.
Man, yes.
Because certain people, like best friends, they can do stuff and understand the process behind it immediately.
Yeah.
Where it's like new friends or becoming friends or whatever, they're like, I don't really know your intentions by this. So they get confused by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could be a whole nother podcast. We're going to talk about like dealing with conflict
Okay.
and like how to.
What they think is bad, the other person's trying to do good with it, but it's just mixed messages.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. What's our time at over there?
Where does it say? We're at 43 minutes.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Good place to
We're-
wrap
Wow,
up.
Yep.
we're
All right,
right
good
on
place to
time.
wrap
And that's
up.
it. Bye.
2 weeks,
Bye.
guys, we're going to talk about how to deal with conflicts.
Yeah.
Boy, looking forward
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
What was the date for Cafe Youth again, just so everybody
November
can remember?
23rd.
27.
27.
27th.
November 27th. Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars, y'all.
Yes. Cool. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh,
Glad to have new faces here.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
kinda-
definitely. Thank you for having me and David here.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
What are we gonna be doing? Are we gonna be doing snacks or
Our Cafe
those
Youth?
drinks? Yeah.
So for sure, because
Mocktails.
for sure
Mocktails.
mocktails again because we still have a bunch of juice left over from
Yes,
the
sir.
last.
Yeah.
Our girl Faith is gonna make them. Go throw a couple dollars and be like, "Hey, here, I
Hey,
need one of
tip
them
me.
really good drinks."
Or me because I had fun doing it last week.
Yeah, he's a really good helper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
or
knows? I
Silas.
might
She's
take
my
her job.
assistant.
I might take her job, but who knows?
Or just come say hi to me because you want to.
We'll
Because
see.
you know I'm really cool. I'm the
Of
only
course.
person here with 4 fingers.
Of course.
I have 4 fingers.
I'm the only person with 4 fingers and not a 5th one.
Oh, okay. It's like I have 4 fingers.
Yeah, I have 4 fingers. Yeah.
I also have 4 fingers.
I have 3 fingers and a thumb. Boom.
So do I.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
This is a heated
Reminds
competition.
me of like, hey, which month has 28 days?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them have 28
Oh wait,
days.
yeah.
He was really thinking about that one. He was really
He said,
thinking about that
hold
one.
up. Man,
So all
no.
of us have 4 fingers.
And a thumb.
Okay.
I have 3 fingers and a thumb. So.
It's literally the same
Okay,
principle as
now
28
you're being
days.
rude because I don't have 4 fingers.
Yeah, you do.
I
Not-
have 3 fingers and a thumb.
Not very lovely right there.
That wasn't lovely. That was Mr. Siri.
I'm sorry. I did not mean
That
to
was
be
the
mean.
opposite of lovely.
That was very serious, if you ask me.
That was a hilarious
we all
joke.
got
okay.
got a pun, but Faith.
Okay, this
Go.
Y'all just need to have more
where's your
faith.
pun? Oh,
Oh,
what? I said that
Really?
earlier.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can't reuse them.
You
Yeah,
can't use
Oh,
your
hey,
own name.
hey. Oh, no, that one's really bad. I can't say that one.
Oh, God.
Why should I go jump off of a
Gosh.
cliff?
Because it'd be a leap of
Because
faith.
it'd be a leap of faith.
And with that, we will conclude.
Yes.
We can't handle any more funny. That's it.
Yeah,
That's-
we reached.
No
Thank
more
y'all
funny.
for a
We,
great
we
night.
reached the limit.
That's reaches the limit.
Thank y'all for a great night.
But,
and you viewers, stay safe out there.
Of course.
Yes.
Stay blessed.
Hope y'all have a good day.
See you
or
in a
night.
fortnight.
Yeah.
It's not a
We'll
Mr.
see y'all in a
Siri.
fortnight.
It's not.